urologists are coming down to New Orleans to take part in this conference, but, you know, everybody works hard. They want to play hard. So what are some of your recommendations to eat and visit and experience in New Orleans?
There is no better city for a convention than in New Orleans. Do you realize within walking distance of the convention center are going to be 20 to 30 4- and 5-star restaurants within walking distance? Now let's talk about some eating places. One of the best, and perhaps my favorite, is called K. Paul's Louisiana Kitchen. It's located in the French Quarter, about a 15-minute walk from the convention center. Paul Prudhomme is the king of blackening. He was the one that put blackened anything onto the map. If you go there and you have one of his blackened dishes and walk out with his incredible packet of spices, you will have an evening that you will remember for the rest of your life. Also, I recommend telling K. Paul when you go there, you are a urologist, because he loves urologists and will be definitely likely to take really good care of my urologic colleagues. The next restaurant I recommend is Commander's Palace. Commander's Palace is a 15-minute car ride from the convention center and the French Quarter. It's often considered the best restaurant in New Orleans. I highly recommend that you order turtle soup, trout with roasted pecans, and their signature dessert that you have to order when you sit down, which is bread pudding. Again, a 5-star restaurant, and I have never had a bad meal at Commander's Palace. Next restaurant I want to recommend is Emeril's. Emeril's is a 5-minute ride from the convention center. This is Emeril Lagasse' flagship restaurant located in the Warehouse District. This has been awarded Esquire's magazine Restaurant of the Year and the Wine Spectator for 14 consecutive years have given it its grand award. This is a highly recommended restaurant that you will need reservations, but you'll certainly enjoy. One of the newer restaurants located in New Orleans is Peche, P-E-C-H-E, Peche Seafood Grill. It has fresh seafood, and if that's what you're looking for, go no further than Peche. It showcases Gulf seafood, including oysters, fresh crab meat, and fresh Gulf shrimp that was wiggling in the Gulf just a few hours before it ends up on your plate. This restaurant has been awarded 2 James Beard Awards for excellence. Another fun restaurant is called Manali's. It's a little difficult to reach because there's construction in front of the restaurant. It will take you 15 to 20 minutes by cab ride from the convention center. They have signature barbecued shrimp served on paper-covered tables, and they give you French bread in brown bags. Let me talk a little bit about some sights and the sounds of the city that every urologist and family and friends need to see. You've got to go to Jackson Square and see St. Louis Cathedral, because it's the oldest cathedral in the nation, and it's a signature New Orleans landmark. If you are in for a unique museum-like experience, I recommend Aquarium of the Americas. It's at the end of Canal Street on the Mississippi River. It has world-class exhibits of the Gulf of Mexico reefs and fish. I also want to mention the Harrah's Riverboat Casino. It's at the end of Canal Street. It's open 24 hours a day. Rumor has it that a urologist won $1 million in the slot machine a few years ago. So good luck. And the casino also has great food and entertainment. I also want to mention, for those who want to get a taste of Mardi Gras, you can get it year-round at Mardi Gras World, which is right next to the convention center, walking distance from the convention center. It's a working warehouse where floats are made for Mardi Gras parades, nice break between the meetings at the convention center, and you can come home with all kinds of gifts and beads and pretend like you have been to Mardi Gras. I also want to recommend something that I think is worth seeing for a memorable afternoon is the World War II Museum. This is the #1 attraction in New Orleans with over 2 million visitors a year. You can see how the lives of American men and women who took part in World War II, and you can see the famous Higgins boats. 5,000 of these were made in New Orleans, and these were used to transport the soldiers from England to the beaches of Normandy. And Eisenhower often said that the war couldn't have been won without the Higgins boats. When you are at the D-Day Museum, I recommend Tom Hanks' movie. It's called in 4D. That's not 3D, that's 4D, called Beyond All Boundaries. They also have a new exhibit called The Road to Berlin that you don't want to miss. I suggest you allow at least 2 hours to visit the World War II or D-Day Museum. So, urologists, what do I want to tell you? New Orleans is the best convention city in America. You will have, the AUA will see to it that you have a great learning experience. But you will find the meetings, the hotels, the entertainment, and world-class restaurants all within a 2-mile radius of the convention center. I know you will have a great meeting and a fabulous time in the Big Easy. So come on down. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have a great learning experience, and you're going to enjoy the ambiance and the friendliness of the Cajun city.